I got that from the gift aid shop. Yeah. And it's supposed to work, actually. I didn't know it does even work, so I just picked it up for the looks. As it very Christmassy, so as it is Christmas, and this is for Christmas. Can you hear? It started working, literally I picked it up. And then boom, nothing. What is happening? So what it is, there's a problem there. Nothing. I never dealt with this type of mechanism before, so this is going to be interesting to me. Let's fix it, huh? At least try to. Come out now. Yeah, it will. Oh, brilliant. Alright, so it's completely hollow inside, as you can see. But it does look beautiful. I really like that. Because this is pretty strange. That's the mechanism. Once this spins, it has bumps on it in the specific places. Those places are corresponding to those specific nodes. This is a comb with nodes, and once a bump bumps one of those, it makes a specific node at specific time. So from what I can see, oh, you see, so this is a little bit tilted and it's starting to spin. Let me wind this up. There. It doesn't want to spin. Does it just needs cleaning? It is possible. Okay, let's take it apart and yeah. Let me give you a close-up of it because it's a pretty cool thing. So you have very flat side that we can see, but all magic happens on the other side. Do you see? This is all filed out material to give a specific note once it strokes and vibrates. I need to release the tension from the spring, so I'm spinning it, helping it with my fingertips. Now that we have the mechanism out, it is a very tiny thing. It has some markings: USR 4458573 Japan. So it's made in Japan, and it has a marking on the drum itself, AA1. It's probably maker's markings or something. But unfortunately, it is all riveted like. So these were spread apart to hold the top in place. So I can, but I don't want to, because it will create a lot of issues with fitting this back on. So I don't want to bend them out of shape that they have now. But luckily, this mechanism has no electronics. It's all analog, and therefore I can clean it in an alcohol bath or ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah, let's do ultrasonic cleaner. This will clean it way better. Let's go. Here I have my ultrasonic cleaner, GT Sonic. It is a very cool device. It uses ultrasonic vibrations, 2 vibrations in the ultrasonic spectrum, to create microscopic bubbles in the water that heats the surface of the actual item that's inside of that water, that is loosening and breaking apart all the dirt. It is so powerful actually that it can break apart a layer of, for example, gold if it's electroplated, a layer of paint, a very stubborn dirt and stuff like that. So it's used in many applications, from jewelry to cleaning parts and automotive and many other things. Basically, this one has temperature range that you choose for the liquid to be at. It has a timer. The temperature range, you can set it by clicking, yeah, and on off. I am not going to turn it off because I have no liquid in it. And the time, same, yeah, you can set it for how long you want, and that's about it. And then you just put the water, let it heat up. It takes some time, so I usually put a warm water, like pretty warm water, to speed this process up. And you then just start it. Once this is done, once this is fully heated up, you just press start, you leave it, you put your part in there, you leave it, and it does the magic for you, and you will see. Now, you always use this. You don't put it just inside the container, because actually at the bottom of this container there are those ultrasonic, those parts that create ultrasonic sound, yeah, and waves in the water. And if you put stuff on the bottom of that, it will eventually break it, okay, basically. So don't do that. Just always use the basket. Just like that, a liter of water. And what I have here is a cleaner, Ultrasonic Pro. It is good. I've used it for many things. all that's on the label, and as well removing flux from motherboards, and it works very good. I'm very happy with that. You gotta give it a, you know, once over after, and it's beautiful. And it is basically concentrate cleaning solution that is safe for all the surfaces, and it's biodegradable. Blah, 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 blah. I can't say that word. It is biodegradable, so it is very safe and non-toxic, and you can just put it in your normal sewage and it's okay. It's been tested for that purposes. Now that's the safety data. You want to scan this? Go ahead. Now, as you can see, it is pH neutral. It has citric acid, water, tetrapotassium, ferrophosphate, and that's about it. Yeah. And you put 1 to 10 ratio. So I have a little water. I will have 100 mils of this. Clean. Just like that. I will, because I always do, and just one. That's it. Drop of normal washing up liquid. What's this? We can start heating. Close this up, like so. Fully closed. And wait now till it's all heating up. Now, as you can see, it reached temperature that I've set it to, and you can see condensation on the plastic. Yeah. So we'll lift this, but not all the way off, just like that, so it can drop down. Yeah. And I will place this in. Try to hold it somehow. Yeah, like with pliers. So I can get the water everywhere. Like so. Now, so. Now place it like that. Yes. Upside down, basically. This goes in as well. Bloom. This goes into bloom. And that's about it. So we just lock it. Before we lock it, I want to show you how it looks when I turn it on. So, because I bet you would love to see that. So I will now turn this on, and please observe how mini waves are going to appear, hopefully, and some bubbles. Let's see. Can you see? this high-pitched noise, it's made by this ultrasound. This is the sound of the ultrasound machine. Do you see what happens inside those bubbles? So I will leave it like that for some time. I'll give it 15 minutes, then I'll put it on the side and flip on the other sides them two parts and do it again, and I think that should do. So half an hour and it'll be done, and it's almost done. We'll be in a moment. There we are. That's the sound that the first 15 minutes gone. Look at this water. Look at this water. You can't even see it. Oh wow. That is crazy. Okay, let me try to grab it. Do you see this? I will have a before on the left and after. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is nuts. Oh, wow. I can't. I always am like that when it's. Look, this was all yellow there. I'm so gobsmacked every time I'm using the ultrasonic cleaner. It's a must-have thing for everyone. This is like crazy. Okay. Let's put it to the side. Let's see. Let's see the other parts. So cool. It's so look at the difference in between this side, the side of it, and the top. Yeah. So we need another run on this side. So, and we need another run on this side, like so. And I'm thinking of putting this like so, so the water can penetrate properly inside and the bubbles can create themselves inside too. So let's put it for another 15 minutes. But the first results are like, wow. 3, 2, 1, and it's finished again. So I hope this is the second and last time. The solution color did not change much this time. It's dirty. So let's lift this up. Put this to the side. Let's see now. So one side, the side that we did at the beginning, Yeah? Do you see the difference? Crazy. Crazy. And I didn't move a finger. This is beautiful. And now it's beauty. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to disconnect this and give those a nice rinse in water, because if you did not forget, the solution contains citric acid. Any acid is not supposed to be on metal, on any metal. It's as simple as this. No matter what everyone tells you or anyone tells you, you should not use acid and leave it like that. You can use it to clean stuff off, but you should after clean it off, clean the acid off. Yeah, because otherwise it will lead to disaster later on. Trust me on that. Let's see whether this will spin. There's no point of putting the comb back. That makes the what is the sound? Because it will create additional stress for the motor and all the gears and everything. Yeah. So we need to test first whether this contraption is going to work on its own, and then add, if we're lucky enough, then add the comb to it and see. So it looks to me like I'm gonna have to get inside. Let me play with this for a moment, and we will see that there is anything that I can do. We need to pop this off. This one is loose enough, I think. Let's move on to these two. This one. Do the same thing to this one, and then this one. Alright, it's all off. We can put that to the side. And now we have to gently take it off. And this has to come out too. Alright, so let's fall down. So we have these two elements, like so. And then we had the drum itself. So let's see the cog. That's all good. Okay. This one. Yeah, that looks good as well. Okay. Now, as you can see, the head is there, which I already unhooked. Yeah. And I'll show you how to hook it on later on. To sit this nicely in there. Get the head out. Head is out. Yeah. To set this nicely and fully in. You see? Manipulate this a little bit more. Now it is. Now this part of a mechanism should be perfect because it does what it's supposed to, see? Yeah. So that should be all okay. Now this part of the mechanism. Alright, so to reassemble this, I did have some troubles putting it back together. It was a disaster. Okay, but saying this, let me bring you closer. I still can't get over the look. Anyway, now as you can see here, not here, here, and let me get a pointer. Yeah, there and there. I have flanged it over, so flatten the edge that was there to make it hold again. Yeah, and I used some super glue to hold it just a tiny bit on the top, and it still didn't want to work, you know, which was very surprising actually. And I had some resistance somewhere that didn't want to work, didn't want to allow this to spin, and I figured it out, and that was this itself, and mainly the top bit. It was a little bit too high up, and this is rubber, it was touching the top bit, the top plastic, and creating the drag, the resistance. It was like friction hold, and it didn't want to spin. So I needed to adjust it down, and I went too far and started touching the other bits. So I brought it up a bit. And right now, if we do this, that was just a few clicks. It works. So far, we'll see. Now we have to connect the comb. Yep. And this is working. As you could see, it works. Now, do you want to hear it? I'm gonna let you hear it once it's all back together. Basically. Yeah. So let's put it back together. I did gave it a little bath, and it looks much better. Have a look. So let's put that back in. So now, let me crank it and see how it sounds. I consider this a fix. And on that note, I wish you Merry Christmas, filled with love, health, and peace, wherever you are. So, stay safe.